Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make an excellent hookah my way, my methods. I'm going to make a double apple with mint, and I'm going to show you guys the right way to do it in my opinion, which is the correct opinion of course. So first you need a nice Egyptian bowl. However, I like my bowls, okay, so there's different types of Egyptian bowls. There's like these kind, let me get empty ones, better. So there's these kinds, they're a lot bigger as you can see. However, my issue with these is they're not you know, I don't fucking know the word for these. I forgot. Like they're not glazed, you know?
Fire clay.
Fire clay. Yes, thank you, sir. So my issue with these, I'm not a fan of these personally. They're bigger, yes, they hold more shisha. However, I just prefer mine, you know, with a little color to it. So we're gonna go with this one. And this one is the perfect size to me because it's not as little as something like this. You see? This is like the perfect size. It's like a medium size, perfect. Not too big, not too small, just right. So we're gonna start with that Egyptian bowl. Now, we could dry it out because if you don't dry out your tobacco, I mean, let's be honest, it's gonna taste like shit. So we need a few rolls. This is almost done, but this is actually the perfect amount. 3 little cutlets of paper towel, or about this length, so it doesn't rip when you dry it. So it's just thick enough. So 3, just like that, okay? That was a little dirty. So just like this, we'll flatten it, get it ready. You have the bowl this side, okay? So we're gonna take the double apple. And I like to dry my double apple and mint separately. I don't like, some people like to do it together. Me personally, I like to sprinkle the mint on top. So we're gonna dry out the double apple first. So we're gonna get the double apple, put it here. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that's a good amount. So we'll begin drying like this. You don't wanna be too hard because you don't wanna rip the paper towel, but you're gonna be firm. You have to be firm. And you just rub like that. Because when it's too wet, it burns quicker, it tastes much stronger, it's not as smooth. It doesn't even pull as well as compared to a dried hookah. And most flavors you should dry. Double apple especially, because it's a lot juicier as you can see than another flavor like I don't know, like gum mint, for example. See, it's not as juicy. You might not be able to see on the camera, but trust me. So you keep drying, like that. This falls off the fucking paper towels. Yeah, you just keep drying. And one thing I personally like to do, because sometimes this takes too long, once you get it semi-dry like that, that's pretty semi-dry. It's still glossy though. We want to kind of get rid of most of that gloss. Get off your fingers, don't let any go to waste. What we do is, we're gonna roll it. So, I fold once. Then as I'm folding again, as you can see, I'm squeezing it. I'm pushing down firmly, and I'm rolling. Like that, and you can see all that juice coming out. So we're gonna roll like this. Like this. Okay, and then squeeze hard in your hands while I'm twisting. So I'm getting all the juice and I'm squeezing very firmly. The harder, the better you squeeze. It's gonna be a lot more efficient. If you're not squeezing hard enough, it might not work as well. So that, and now let's see. So we want to carefully unroll it. We don't want to spill it. It might be on the other side. Yeah, right here. Okay, so there it is. Roll. All right. So now, as you can see, it's not as clumped together anymore. See, it's very loose. It's like very thin now. So that's what creates the airflow in the head when I go to pack it in later. It's very, very loose, like dried leaves. But you know, you never want to dry it too much. I used to wash my tobacco, but I realized that gets rid of a lot of the flavor and then you don't really taste anything at all. You still want to taste it, but just too much juice, it tastes like shit. So keep going. And then I like to crumble it as I'm rolling. Tender love and care for the shisha. That's what I say. See? Look at that. Look at that color. That's the color you guys want. It went from like a dark red to like a brighter red, almost an orange, as you can see, the comparison. That looks nasty. Look at that color. This is the perfect color you want. So now we pack. This is how I pack the bowl. You never want to take it and push it down. You never want to do that, okay? what I do is I sprinkle it in. I massage it first like that, get into little tiny pieces for the airflow. And we sprinkle it in. And as I'm sprinkling it, look at my fingers. I'm crushing it into even smaller pieces. Don't want to miss any. We'll make sure it's small. If you need 2 hands, you can. Sometimes you need to use 2. I mainly just use 1. So we put it in, sprinkle it, and we're gonna get the rest. Because since it's little, it kind of gets stuck to the paper towel. Sometimes it gets a little wrong. So if anybody ever tells you put the hole in the middle, I personally don't like that method. Some people like it. Me personally, I just don't really like that. I believe it serves no purpose because I dry mine good enough that it's very loose like this. I don't really need that hole because the airflow comes naturally from the leaves, me drying it. So that hole serves no purpose to me, but if you don't dry yours well enough, you can put that hole. But again, I do not recommend. So there's a lot that fell out, which is normal. It's fine if it falls out. You just gather it. Make sure your cutting board is clean, by the way. You don't want to cross-contaminate flavors or anything else you have on here, whether you're at home or in a hookah lounge, whatever. We're in a hookah lounge, so we don't put anything else here other than shisha. So, and we clean after every use with a hot rag. So just get all the little bits. Okay, so that's the double apple. Now I'm going to show you guys the mint. So we're going to reopen our paper towel. One thing I personally like to do, there's still double apple shisha in here. So what I like to do, I like to take a little bit of mint. And guys, this is all the mint you need. Don't put any more than this. That's it. This is even actually a lot for me personally. We put it here and we mix it with the double apple that's already in there. So it's loosening that strength of the mint. And we're gonna rub. Like that. And this shouldn't take as long to dry because it's so little. And yeah, just like that. See, it's the same color now compared to this mint. Same color now. So in that mint, we want to sprinkle it all over the head. And I'm going to use 2 so that it goes everywhere on the head. Just like that. We'll take a little bit more. Sprinkle. Okay, just like that. And if you notice, if you want to come eye level with this head, it is not too packed, it's not too low either. It is just right. Never overpack the bowl and never underpack the bowl. This is the perfect height of the bowl that you want. So I'm gonna wash my hands because you do not want to touch your foil with dirty shisha hands. You dry your hands. That height is the perfect height you need. Do not overpack it over that. So we're just gonna clean our little station. Get rid of all that. Okay, we can put our tobacco back. And now, foil. This is a good size you need for this type of head. You might need bigger or smaller depending on the head you use. You know, we have different cuts of foil. I'm gonna take, I'll take one of these. These are good. So just peel carefully. And you wanna use heavy duty aluminum foil. Don't use the cheap, normal Reynolds you'll get from Giant. You wanna get the heavy duty aluminum foil. We get these from, I guess, like Costco, you know, wholesale places. That's why it's so big. However, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. You see these are big sheets of foil. You just need heavy duty. That way it doesn't break easily as you're putting the head on. So what I like to do, I like to stretch gently, right? And slowly enclose it like that. And make it flat like that. See? Perfect. And then if it creases at the edge, you just gently pull it. See, if it's cheap aluminum foil, you can't pull it like this. It'll rip. With heavy duty, you can gently pull and it's not gonna rip. And you see how flat that is? Perfect. I could flip a penny on that. So, it's good. And you wanna squeeze the edges here to tighten the airflow. If it's loose, It's not gonna pull good. There's gonna be smoke escaping. And yeah, it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be a good hookah. See how tight that is? Sometimes I even like to take a rubber band, put it around here, but this is actually pretty tight. So now, you take a little poker. I recommend using a needle, like a sewing needle. You can use a thumbtack, you can use a toothpick. Right now, this is kind of like, what is it? What would you say this is?
It's like a pin.
It's like a
it's like a poker.
yeah, it's like a long poker. It's kind of like a long sewing needle. It's kind of thick on the top, but it works good. So what I like to do, since this is so thick on the top, it's gonna make the holes too big. So I put my finger about like 2-3 millimeters away from the tip. And I start from the top. So that's 1. I go straight down the middle. And you don't have to do this as fast as me. I'm going kind of slow for you guys, but it just needs to be straight down the middle. Then around the side. Kind of like a half moon. I call this the crescent method. I was taught this by many different people, and I still use this to this day. And you go down again. And you don't want to make the holes big, just like this is a perfect size. And you go around. You just keep making little half moons in it. Down again. If you miss the spot, you can just do it like that. So that's perfect for 1/2. Now let's do the other. Same thing. Start from the top, all the way around. And you don't want to push the foil down. You want to keep it flat like how we had it. So around. Around. And then I like to hold the edges, blow into it, make sure it's good. If you hear that shaking, that means you made yourself a perfect head, perfect holes. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, always you put the shiny side of the foil. This is what touches the shisha. This side is where you poke the holes. So just like that. The shiny side is down, the dull side is up. And yeah, that's how you make the perfect hookah. And hope you guys follow my method and you have a great day.